If your machine is acting up and your stitch line is not a proper stitch line, like you've got those little loose little stitches and the tension's a bit off and you're wondering what to do because you've changed the needle and you've changed the thread and all the things and it's still not happening, it may be your bobbin is the problem. So let me explain. First of all, who am I? I am Kim. This is Quilt with Kim. You are very, very welcome. Let's switch camera and I'm going to surprise you with some bobbins, so stay with me on this one. Sewing machines are very fussy creatures and they want the exact bobbin size that is meant for their machine. Now, there are two different sizes of a bobbin that will fit machines, and they are 11.5mm and 9mm. Which one does your machine need? Well, that's where your manual will come in. It should tell you what size bobbins it needs. If it doesn't, then you're going to have to do a bit of Googling to find out, or speak to the manufacturer of your machine, contact their support line or helpline or customer care line to ask them what size bobbin that you need for your machine. Now, the good news is that modern machines tend to use this 11.5 size, and then the older machines tend to use the 9mm size. That is a rough rule of thumb, so don't exactly quote me. You do need to find out from your machine manufacturer what the correct size is for your machine, because they do differ slightly depending on the brand, depending on how old or new they are. So let me explain, because what has happened is that we have these two sizes, but then the sewing industry that supplies all our notions and all our bits and bobs has got in on the act and said, well, if we create some universal bobbins, then we'll make lots of money and everybody will buy them, and then people don't have to buy specific bobbins for their machine. That is wrong, I'm telling you, because they are different sizes and your machine does not like them. And I know there's going to be some generic manufacturers of bobbins out there who won't like me saying this, but it is true. Let me show you the difference to explain why, and I think this will surprise you. So this bobbin down here is a modern 11.5mm bobbin. That refers to the gap between the top and the bottom of your bobbin. You can see this one, this is a brother bobbin by the way, has got a flat top and a flat bottom, and I guess if I turn it around it's still a flat top and a flat bottom, and it is a particular circumference and it's got that gap in the middle. Now let me compare that to what I know is a 9mm bobbin, just to show you the difference in size. So this 9mm bobbin will fit very nicely within our 11.5mm. So if I use this bobbin in a machine that wants this size, it is already going to get very upset with me, because the bobbin is meant as part of your machine's sewing mechanism. When you sew, your needle is going to go through the needle plate and it's going to catch the bobbin thread to make the little knot that forms our stitch. It needs the bobbin the correct size in order for that to happen. And if it's not happening, then you'll get those funny little stitches and the tension will be a bit off and all will become problematical with your stitch line. So this one, the 9mm, obviously is smaller, and you'd think, well, yes, obviously that is the case. So I'm not going to buy 9mm, Kim, because my machine wants the 11.5mm. But let me show you what happens when we get generic bobbins. So this one is very commonly found, sold as a generic bobbin, universal bobbin to fit all machines. Bobbins are not universal. Let me show you. When I hold them close up, can you see? If I get one end matched, can you see that the top actually isn't matched where my finger is? I'm trying to get those lined up. Can you see that that is not a match? That is not a universal bobbin. In fact, my 11.5, it can't quite fit in the gap there, but it is not the same. Let me have a look at the size at the top. So it's sort of the same circle, but it's not the same depth, and that will make a difference in your machine. Let me show you some others. This one here is a generic one again, and you can see, whoops, I've got the wrong bobbin. You can see at the top here that this one here is my brother bobbin and it is flat on the top. And can you see the one in my left hand has got a domed top? Can you see that there's just a little bit of a difference between them? And again, if your machine wants this particular bobbin and you give it this one, it's going to get upset at you. And if I look at the sizes again, can you see that they are different? So can you see that the one in my left hand is very slightly smaller in depth than the one in my right hand? So let me get that right up to the edge. Can you see that there is a difference between the depth of the one on the left to the depth of the one on my right? And let me show you the last one over here. Again, this is another universal one that's ended up in my little sample pile that I take around to teaching with me. Again, you can see the top is domed or curved, and look at how that fits inside my 11.5 millimeter here. Again, this is sold as a generic universal bobbin. It isn't, because even that small micro difference that doesn't look very much, your machine will get very upset at that if you try to put this bobbin, the universal bobbin, in your machine. So it pays you to go and find the right size bobbin for your machine. As I said, if you're at all unsure, then speak to the customer care or the service line for the manufacturer of your machine and ask them. You need to give them the model number and maybe the serial number. You can find those on the back of your machine normally, and give them those details and say, what size bobbin do I need for my machine? And then get that exact size made by the manufacturer of your machine, which will be correct for use in your machine. And when you get the right size bobbin and you have threaded it correctly and you've put it in correctly, then you'll eliminate all those dodgy little stitch lines that come from having an incorrect bobbin inside your machine. And if you want to find out how to put your bobbin in correctly, you might want to check out these videos that are coming up over here now. I would love you and leave you for now, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.